weekly business meeting. Today's Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. The time is 2:02 p.m. Calling this meeting to order. Okay. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. Thank you. And for the Pledge of Allegiance, Jennifer, would you lead us, please? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could somebody close that door too?
Get it, I'll get it. Good. You sure? Thank you.
People think if you're in the hallway, you have to talk louder.
Yeah, it is. It's hard.
Oh, everybody on the line, if you can just mute your phones until we're
Yeah.
ready for you?
Could be.
Probably.
Okay, we ready? Okay, so let's move on to the consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our August 18th, 2020 agenda.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Payables list.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of August 14th, 10th through 14th, 2020, in the amount of $1,344,524.77.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, moving to the first of our action items. Application for federal assistance, 2020 H8568 Idaho I guess it's Department of Justice, DJ, anyway, 2020 Burn Justice Assistance Grant, also known as JAG, for the Coeur d'Alene Police Department Resource Management Office. Kim.
Yes, thank you. This is coming before you again. On the 4th, we came before you with the interlocal agreement. The application is due on the 19th. Upon our final review of the application that the city was going to be submitting, we realized that they referenced the incorrect application number and dollar amount in the interlocal agreement. So those items have been corrected prior to their submission, and we need you to just authorize those changes on the new agreement.
Okay, so does the motion read that we're authorizing the changes? Is that it?
Well, we are going to be submitting, or the city will be submitting the program application. The interlocal agreement that you signed previously on the 4th has been amended.
Okay. Okay. You
And
want
it is part of the application packet.
Okay.
I can do it.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
That's fine. I move that we authorize the chairman to execute the application for the federal assistance and the Burn Justice Assistance Grant, which is submitted by the Coeur d'Alene Police Department.
I second the motion. Aye.
Well done.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 2, agreement for inmate housing with the Idaho County Jail KCSO.
John Holecek, Sheriff's Office. We agreed to house an inmate for the Idaho County Sheriffs. It's just an agreement that they'll pay us $102.91 a day, which is our actual cost per inmate per day. They'll directly pay all the medical costs, and they'll pay us for the inmate transportation. This is a high-risk inmate that has medical needs that can only be met in Spokane, Washington, so we're kind of the only choice and only other resources. we do,
Okay.
so we're doing them
Sure.
that favor.
And how are we doing on capacity right now?
We're at 314 right now. We're still trying to drop just because of
The state's coming,
Yeah.
picked anybody up? or
they
we
picked
still-
up 10 last week. We're pushing this week to get more. We're at 87 today of theirs, so we're working really hard to get them out.
Okay.
But we can only push so hard. So
Sure.
They know what we want.
Now,
we're
those that
working with them.
those that we shipped out were probably not COVID patients.
They
is
were
it?
not.
They were not, okay.
Yeah, that's what slowed this down a little bit, of course, is us having
Okay.
some positive inmates out there. So, hoping for more this week, and we'll continue to push for that.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Okay, I move that we approve the agreement for inmate housing with the Idaho County, is it Sheriff's Association or?
Agreement between Idaho County Sheriff and the
And
Kootenai
Kootenai
County
County.
Sheriff to
Okay,
house
good, okay.
one inmate.
I'll second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, John. Item number 3, Eid Bailey Audit, E911 Fund for our KCSO. Collin, is it you, or is it somebody from the auditor?
Yes, sir.
Oh, go right ahead.
Collin McRoy, Commissioners, for the record. This is for your approval, the engagement letter from Eid Bailey to do our E911 fund audit required by Title 31. The audit is for budget years of FY18 and FY19. They will be auditing 2 years. The cost for this audit is $12,000, and it is a budgeted item in our current budget year. The engagement letter talks about the items that they will audit and go through and complete, and give us a report at the end.
Understood. Questions, comments?
No.
Motion.
I move that we authorize the chairman to execute the Eid Bailey engagement letter for the audit.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 4, approve payment for the RTU project with CTC Electrical Buildings and Grounds. Greg, please.
We replaced 9 RTUs at the jail, and basically this is just extra cost. The electrical came in on the other side of the units, the new units. We didn't know that was going to happen. So basically, this is going to come out of the 5-year
From the 5-year, okay, so when
Five-year
we
plan.
say RTU, you mean
rooftop units.
units?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So it's just
Okay.
an expense we weren't really expecting. Some of the old wiring and the conduit was bad, so they just had to replace a whole lot of stuff.
How much
Okay.
is this for?
$12,364.77.
But then we also have the ATS charge of the 13,000. Is that right?
Yeah, 13080.
Right.
And what is
So,
the- go ahead.
Darrin, it's still with the same project. Darrin, on our agenda, it's listed as CTC Electrical, but really there's 2 bills that need to be approved. Is that going to be a problem?
Let me look at the agenda.
Okay. And the ATS was for sensors, or?
So what are the 2 that need to be approved?
So there's one for CTC Electrical, and that's in the amount of $12,364. Then there's the one that is ATS Inland Northwest, which is $13,080. It's all the same project, it's just only one contractor got listed on the agenda.
So the safest thing to do is go ahead and approve it today,
Okay,
and then come back next business meeting and ratify that second one that was missed.
okay, and can we do it consent calendar, or does it need to be agendized?
The consent calendar will work, but so long as it's before the board properly calendared on the consent calendar.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to handle it? Motion?
Sure. I move that we approve the payment for the RTU project at the jail with CTC Electrical in the amount of $12,364.77, and for the same project with ATS Inland Northwest for $13,080.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 5, approve the use of K&H Integrated Printing Solutions mailing services for production, for the absentee ballot elections. Jennifer, please, and Jelena.
I just want to start off.
There you go, it's on now.
Yeah, you should.
Is it on now? Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to start off and to thank Jody and Jelena here helping us with this CARES funding and the grant process. It was very helpful for both of them. So what we're trying to do, we had Ada County and Camden County had reached out about how they did their absentee mail out in May, and they had used this K&H company, and it was very successful. They have actually a 100% accuracy rate because they have a bar scan code that they have on the envelopes, the 1-inch stub, and then the return envelope too. So we're asking right now as we enter our absentee requests into the system, we've already entered over 26,000. We anticipate that first mail out could reach 35,000. So that would ease in taking care of this and not having to stuff 35,000 in-house like we did in May.
Okay, so what's the cost associated with this?
Well, Jelena sent the breakdown cost here. We have the invoice for K&H, and again, it's an estimate based on what we're actually going to mail out. So we anticipate that first mail out would be 35,000, but it could be less. And then after that, as we continue doing the mail out until October 23rd is the last request for absentee, we could potentially reach as high as 50,000. So they gave us an estimate of the initial 35,000. And do you have the attachment that we had here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay.
And so that includes printing the ballot face too and the ballot stock.
Now,
And then
the money that we approved at the last business meeting, that was for the actual purchase of the envelopes?
the envelopes, because they had to order those right away.
And that's
because-
included in this.
And that's included in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just needed to get that expedited because there are so many municipals using them that we needed to get on it in order to get our envelopes.
So then
ordered.
what we approved last week is what we're seeing here is the first line item, which is the envelope showing it coming in at 27,000?
Correct.
Correct.
That's it. Okay, cool.
And then the remainder of this is them actually doing all the work that we did, which would be the printing, the stuffing, the labeling, they do it all.
Where's that total amount?
Well, that's included, so that's the 81,000.
Right, we're not gonna, I see the 81.
Yeah,
We're not gonna approve 81 because we've already approved.
Yes, and we, maybe if we end up with doing 40,000, it would actually be reduced cost.
Understand, but what are we,
approving today,
yes,
the difference.
That's all right.
I'm not that good.
So the difference between, what, the 81.6 and the 27?
And the 27, the total K&H bill will be the 81,000, so I
If we mail out 50,000, it
If
could
you
be
mail out
less on
50,000,
there.
okay.
So we're not actually approving, we're approving maybe an up to amount.
Up to
Yes.
amount,
Correct.
not
Yes.
to exceed. Okay,
Correct.
that's fine. Okay.
And we are saving on the postage, so for them to mail it out, it's 42 cents, and for us, I think it was 65
5
cents.
cents.
Now, these are for, obviously absentee voting?
Correct.
Yeah, so just on the postage alone, we're saving $11,500 just using their meter number. And actually, the total savings, if we were to use everything, to the county is over $18,000. And we figured it out, and we spent over 1,200 man-hours doing it. So if we could have someone else do it,
And save money.
yes.
That's great.
Yes, and they have, less room for error, so.
I have no problem supporting it. I just want to know what
You-
the.
Okay, let me get my
motion-
calculator.
Yeah, it's basically not to exceed of 81,000.
Well, not to exceed, okay. We've already approved 27.
Correct. So the difference is,
Well, that's okay. If I just would do a not to exceed,
It's 54,
that's fine.
so that's fine.
sorry,
That's okay. Don't worry.
$54,550.
I'll just say not
Make it 55, this way we're safe. Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, I move that we approve the payment.
Use, it's the.
The use, it's the use
Use
of,
of KH Integrated Printing Solutions mailing services for absentee ballots not, for the election not to exceed $81,682.
Yep, I'll second that.
Aye.
Aye.
aye, motion carried. Thank you, ladies. Item number 6, memorandum of understanding, also known as an MOU, for the Rich Hauser Memorial, Hauser family, Kootenai County. Chief Deputy Treasurer Laurie Thomas, please.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Commissioners. You have in front of you an MOU that was drafted by legal, kind of outlining the responsibilities that the Hauser family has agreed to take care of the Rich Hauser Memorial for the next 20 years. On behalf of the family and myself, again, thank you for allowing us to proceed with that. I would stand for any questions if you've got any.
Thank you, Laurie. Motion.
I move that we approve the memorandum of understanding for the Rich Hauser Memorial with the Hauser family.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Final item, public comment. Yeah.
Sure.
For the record, we just wanted it to be noted that due to the amount that we had previously sent out in absentee, when you do the percentage, at least 90% of this 81,000 will be coming out of CARES funding. So max would be like about 7,000 that comes out of the election budget. So just so you're aware, it's not going to negatively impact the election budget.
Cool. Thank you. Change noted. Thanks, Jolena. Any public comment? None? 219, meeting adjourned. Thank you.